good, Humble fam? How about y'all come on in and let's have us another visit here on The Humble Show. I am Grant Fletcher, being joined as always by my co-hosts Moonbeam Hallows and Brandon Cox. Everybody, how we feeling over there?
I'm feeling pretty cool.
I'm feeling good.
Feeling
Hey,
good, feeling great.
Uncle Bob.
Uncle Bob hanging out over there. Look, let's get a full shot of
He's
Brandon.
being a good boy right now, but I doubt that'll last.
He's all snuggled up, man. He's chilled, but yeah, he's primed and ready to go right now.
He's got a look in his eye. He's not ready to settle down.
Yeah. He's got something on his mind. He's thinking about it.
Watch this.
Look.
Yeah.
And there he goes. He's gone. Last week was like a week of updates, and it seems like we have more updates this week. So I feel like we should just jump right in to some quick updates, because I think Moonbeam, you got Greg there right off panel, who's got some information on all the different gaming aspects we're going to have at Louisiana Comic-Con, March 9th and 10th in the Cajun Dome.
Yeah, old boy just walked in here, and and I'm gonna pick his brain for a second.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Go ahead and you interview your own husband. Yeah, let's.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Greg.
Hello.
Real cool for you to show up.
He's gonna need
in the house in
need
which you live.
Dixie cups in a piece of twine.
Yes. What do you want to know?
Well, so Louisiana Comic-Con, that's still happening, right? We're still putting that.
We're still doing that. Yeah, I guess.
No. So tell me about the gaming. I know we've got Texas Gaming Empire coming, and they have got some tournaments happening.
Yes.
Some fun stuff.
Texas Gaming Empire has teamed up with Laffy Smash. They're a local gaming, basically, promoter.
Okay.
They're going to run Super Smash Ultimate, Tekken, Mortal Kombat
1.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat 1. What else?
There was one
There's
more.
One or two more.
Desert Bus.
All of it's on the website. I just updated the website today, but we're also bringing in a company out of Mississippi that's going to do tabletop. They're going to do Pokémon and Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic and Dungeons and Dragons, and we're going to bring some other like board games. So basically,
they're the ones that did it for Kayfabe Fest.
Yeah, it's called Heroes
yeah.
Haven.
These guys were amazing.
Yeah, they had the whole setup and everything. It looked good over there.
Well, those guys were great.
Yeah, Heroes Haven from Mississippi. They're going to be there, and we're also basically converting the entire second floor into gaming. So it's gotten pretty big.
That's awesome.
But
second floor is gaming.
I'm going to continue to update the website as we get closer to the show. Right now, it's kind of just bare bones info, but Texas Gaming's bringing ranked video game players. So,
oh no,
what does that mean?
Hey, look, if you want to test your mettle, that's the place to do it.
They're ranked like they play games competitively. Yeah. So
they're bringing super nerds.
They're bringing
in Billy Tsunami.
They're bringing in pro gamers, and that makes the tournaments more fun and more challenging.
Are they going to have tables? Like, can you do like a meet and greet with?
No,
they're
literally just going to be playing games the whole weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, we could bring in Justin Briner. We could bring in Justin Briner just to play games.
Yeah, he would do that. But
kick everybody's ass.
You said he wouldn't do that? Because I think he would.
No, he would do that.
Yeah.
Oh, you said he would do that. Yeah.
Yeah, he would do that.
But Justin Briner's not coming. No, sorry, Justin Briner's
not coming. Don't get everybody's hopes up. So
let's not get everybody's hopes up. Maybe next year you can get beat up in Street Fighter by Justin Briner, but not this year.
But, hey, Street Fighter.
Yeah, Deku can come and beat everybody in Street Fighter next year, okay?
But the big thing we wanted to push was they're approaching 100 signups already for the gaming. So they're filling up really fast. So if anybody wants to sign up, all the info's on the website. I would do it now instead of waiting, because you might be standing around for a while if you wait until you get there to do it.
That's LACCLFT.com, or if you go to Louisiana Comic Con on Facebook, there's a ton of contestant combatant announcements there, and the link is in the description of all those posts as well. So, if you want to jump on that, make sure you jump on it now because, like Greg said, it is filling up.
And as we get more info on the tournaments for the TCG stuff, I'll have that posted online as well. So I'm trying to keep the information as up to date as possible.
Yeah. It's going to be happening, man. We're going to have everything. We're going to have celebrities. We're going to have all this gaming. A lot of great artists already. We already have this just a stacked list of just vendors who are bringing in all kind of cool stuff. Brandon's going to be there.
I'll be there. Yeah.
Man, I'm just I say this a lot, but I say it because it's true. I'm just ready to get back out there. I'm always. It's kind of to me. It's kind of a problem. It's kind of an addiction.
Absolutely.
We just posted the pro photo ops, so there's going to be that too. So
Pose is coming back to do the pro photo ops when they do an amazing job. They've always got a really, really super professional booth they run, and look, they look great. Those photos look great.
Yeah, they're doing a Diary of a Wimpy Kid duo and a Power Rangers trio that I know of so far. We're still working on combos, but
dope.
Those are the two big ones right now.
Cool.
Very cool. Right on.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool. I don't know if you guys can hear all that, but our daughter's getting ready for bed, so she's brushing her teeth, making a bunch of noise.
Life goes on. Despite the Humble Show happening, life still goes on, so it's fine.
We still got to brush our teeth.
It's a very loud process. You want to get all that energy out before you hit the hay.
You want to slam all the cabinet doors, and you want to...
God, I saw an Instagram video recently where it was just that, I think it was back at your parents for the holidays, and it's just parents beating popping pans together and where are you? I'm right here, but where are you? I'm over here, just screaming across the house. Yeah, that was.
By the way, Greg, thanks for filling us in real quick before we.
Yes, you're welcome.
Bring your hand in.
Thank you for sitting down and letting us know, because that's all really awesome information. I'm excited about it. But yeah, I feel like
stick your head in, Fred Durst.
No.
He's got the backwards red hat on, so it's on brand for this show, I think.
Yeah. But, speaking of making a lot of noise, I just wanted everybody to know if I sound a little different, it's because I'm back in braces like a little kid.
Oh yeah, you're talking
back in adult braces. So,
and
I don't know,
Invisalign, or is it?
It's Reveal, but I'll tell you that I didn't know that this was a thing. But they went on my actual teeth and put buttons.
Yeah,
you're like, we're just going to put some buttons on your teeth. So I got a button right here, and I got two buttons right here.
Yeah,
they're little tooth colored buttons.
Can you press them for room service? What are these?
I wish I could do anything with them besides run my tongue over them because they're not supposed to be there. But they help they help everything align faster, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I've got me a serious lisp.
Yeah. Just part of beauty is pain, is what they say, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's what they say, and that's right. I mean, I don't just wake up looking like this.
I feel like I'm sounding very, I don't know, it's working for me right now. I'm still recovering from last week. My voice is still recovering. So I had a little tea with this, and now I'm all good. I'm I'm too warmed up now, I think. So,
ooh,
but I'm glad my voice is coming back. I always feel like I've lost a superpower when my voice is gone.
Well, that's the thing about people with nice voices like you and Brandon. I don't know anything about that.
Right.
But you guys have the nice voices that are pleasant to hear.
Yeah.
And,
I got the voice. That's why y'all pay me the big bucks, because I bring the. That's the only reason why. I said something to at the last My Hero Con to Trina Nishimura, about. I was like, oh yeah, with your contract, just talk to me next time and we'll get it ironed out. And she was like, oh, I will call you. It sounds like you know what you're talking about. I said, well, the thing is, if you don't know what you're talking about, you have to be able to know how to sound like you know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And then people just believe you. They just believe you. So that's the whole name of the game. That's how I've gotten as far as I've gotten in life.
Fake it.
Yeah, that's awesome because I always sound like I am just recently fell off the turnip truck myself.
Yeah. Well, you know, that helps too because that's got a charm to it. You know what I mean? There's that can charm your way into a lot of situations with folks who aren't used to a Southern accent when you have a thick Southern accent.
Yeah.
So you can definitely use that to your advantage.
It depends. You know, it depends on what time of the day and how tired I am because the later in the day, it's like every time we always record at night.
Yeah.
So you guys are getting like the bottom of the barrel.
She's on fumes by the time we hit record.
Yeah, because I mean, all day, my voice is up 2 or 3 more octaves.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, I got that food ordering voice. I mean, we talked about that, right?
We've never talked about this on the show, and I'm glad that you're bringing it up now because I do feel like it's because you have what you've called involuntary Wendy's voice. Is that what you call it?
Oh, yeah.
So, like, explain that.
I got the Wendy's food ordering voice most of the time. Yeah, and it's a lot higher.
Right. And, like, you can't control it.
I could give you a sample.
So what happens? So you pull up to the Wendy's, and then they're like, "Hey, welcome to Wendy's. What can I get you?"
Hey, can I get a one with chili?
Moonbeam, before you proceed, can you give me a good old look at what I can do?
Look what I can do. No, seriously.
Can you do like a Mickey Mouse?
I have a food ordering voice.
Yeah.
And that's just my Wendy's voice. But I have a whole different voice when I talk to my family.
Yeah.
Like when I talk to my brother and my sister-in-law, it's a lot higher than this.
Is it like a Farmer Fran scenario?
I have no idea what happens. It's just like, hey, Fave. My sister-in-law I call Fave because she's my fave.
Yeah.
She's my favorite sister-in-law. And because I've had 2, and the other one is not my favorite.
Didn't work out,
and that's fine.
Yeah.
She caught a ride back to wherever she came from.
Yeah. She got through to a nunnery. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah,
okay.
I don't know where she's at.
Okay,
but my new one, her name is Fancy, and she is amazing. But I call her my fave, and she'll call me and she'll say, "Hey, fave," and I guess I just match her energy because I'm just like, "Hey, fave."
Well, what did she do with her one chance?
Her one chance, Fancy. Well, she married my brother.
Okay,
but with her one chance,
worked out.
But I'll tell you what. She had as many chances as she wanted. She's so fabulous. She could have had anybody on the planet. And she wanted my sweet brother. So it all worked out for all of us.
I like how you almost said, like, my good for nothing brother. And then you're like, oh, this is being recorded. It's going on the internet.
There are certain aspects that are thrust upon us in life, whether it be inadvertently or purposefully. And in my case, I choose to either meet those expectations or subvert them. If my name was Fancy, I would subvert the hell out of that. There would be no way I could meet the expectations of that name. I would wear cut-off shirts and cut-off shorts at all times. And
otherwise, people would just always be expecting something from you.
I'd beat the hell out of my kids.
Like, yeah.
Well, look, her name is Dana. We call her Fancy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. No.
Wow.
She
this whole thing has just been predicated on a lot. I don't know where to go.
Whatever. Yeah. I mean, I don't remember the last time anybody in this family's called her Dana.
Yeah.
Her government name.
It sounds like you're surprised that you even remembered it was Dana.
I know.
Right.
What's Dana short for?
Dana Varian, I believe.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I made that up. That was good though, huh? That was good.
Yeah, that was good stuff.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. As long as you think so.
Yeah. But yeah. So yeah, that I have the food ordering voice, and I didn't even do it justice because most days it's just real, and it lasts. I mean, y'all know.
Yeah.
Y'all been around me long enough.
It's hard to slip out of the food ordering voice sometimes.
I mean, look, I try to be consistent with what everybody gets, but when we record at night, I mean, y'all were just getting this one.
Whatever it is.
Y'all were getting this one.
Whatever it is we're getting.
That's
okay. I'm all right with it. Look, it's fine.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's real low. Like not to talk about myself,
How's
but like
low?
I went back to the when I told that story about riding jet skis with my daddy and him throwing me off and almost killing me, feeding me to a damn shark. I went back and listened to that, and it's like, hey, y'all, I got a jet ski story. I'm like, good night. Sound crazy. Got a jet ski story.
Let me tell you about this jet skis. First off, my dad owns a dealership. I don't know if you know that or not, but he does.
Yeah.
No.
Throw me on the jet ski.
You know,
Kill me.
It'd be like that.
Anyway.
Listen, we talked a little bit last week about how we're heading to Pensacon.
Oh, yeah.
And then we got RetroCon coming up.
Excited about that.
And then we got our thing coming up March 9th and 10th, the Louisiana Comic-Con. And, it got me thinking, because, like, by and large, a lot of, what we do in the entertainment world is, we're in the nostalgia business, right? The nostalgia business. I got it. I said it.
Yeah. Nostalgia business,
like,
for sure.
We have a lot of folks who are doing things currently, and they're very busy, but Greg talked a little bit about it earlier. We got some Power Rangers from like previous seasons that people are going to be watching. We got some pro wrestlers that are mostly retired that are going to be there. We got some folks in some movies that we're really fond of that came out a long time ago. And like people want to go to these things and they want to meet people that were in these things that they used to watch as a kid or they watch with their family or whatever. Because they want to be reminded of the good times, right? And I saw this post, a video. It might have been an Instagram reel or TikTok. It all blends together for me because I spend too much time on all those apps. But I digress. I was thinking to myself here, we're at the beginning of 2024, and I wanted to look at some media, some pop culture that was released in 2004 that's going to be turning 20 years old this year. And I wanted to get y'all's reaction to some of these things that will be turning 20 this year, if y'all would indulge me a little bit here.
Hold on a second.
What's that?
What's turning 20?
Some of these songs and movies and TV
Brandon
shows.
just sent me a text, so I'm laughing over here.
Okay, I saw Brandon on his phone. I didn't realize he's doing this. What's happening?
I'll send it to you too, Grant.
All right, fine. If I'm gonna be in on the party, we'll see whatever this.
Grant's a millennial. Grant will get offended.
I am a millennial. I mean, Brandon's got to be. Brandon, you
yeah,
but
range, right? All of his friends are old.
Range, right?
Oh my god.
I'm in like I'm kind of towards the lower end of millennial myself, I think. So, anyway, he sent something that I can't, just a word that I can't repeat on this show. And you can tell he just had this funny thought creep into his head. It's not even a real word. It's a word he made up, but it's still like, all right.
That's pretty funny.
That's Brandon. He just makes up words and texts them to you. And they're definitely words that you can't say on air, for sure.
No. Right now.
All right. Jeez. Let me compose myself here. I'm going to get a sip of water. Hold on. Okay. All right. Look, here's some things that are turning 20 years old. Some songs that are turning 20 years old this year.
Yeah.
All right. One of them is Lean Back by Fat Joe, if y'all remember that one. Took the nation by storm.
Okay. No joke. I know a lot of people are they're like this. They get their decades all diced up, and like whenever and I'm usually really good at this, but I was like, oh yeah, 20 years ago, Heart Shaped Box by Nirvana.
Nope, not at all.
30 years ago.
That was probably closer to 30, huh?
That was 30 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's what I would have thought.
Yeah.
All right. So here's another one. 20 years old this year. American Idiot by Green Day, also 20 years old this year.
I can see that.
My Band by D12. Y'all remember that one?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Eminem. Really, really, really blowing it up here.
Yeah, it was his like his version of the Saint Lunatics.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, if you're a country music fan, Bless the Broken Road by Rascal Flatts. That one.
Wait, how old is that?
20 years old this year.
What?
Yeah, 2004. That was
Good Lord, you can buy that song a drink next year.
One of the top songs.
It's
I mean,
kind
you
of
could do it now if you're okay with,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it is country.
Don't forget also, Yeah by Usher turns 20 this year as well. So
I would have thought that would have been no, that's about spot on. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. It's like I could have sworn that was 20 years old, like before now. But yeah, no, it's this.
Yeah, but whatever I think about it, like that was like the song of my freshman year of high school.
Yeah.
Did you know that Usher had a last name? We were watching something the other day.
I mean, I assume that Usher was not his real name.
No, we were watching She's All That.
Yeah.
And it was like Usher with a last name. We were like, I don't know. It was like Usher Burnside or Usher Jones or something.
Yeah, that's just not right.
Actually, his real name might actually be. Yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was. It wasn't either. Right. It wasn't Jones or Burnside.
All right. Check this out. In movies, The Notebook, 20 years old this year. So that's going to be upsetting to some folks here. Also, remember that popular rendition of Phantom of the Opera? That one's 20.
Yeah.
So, Troy came up a few times. And Road Trip was, we're talking about Road Trip. Euro Trip was actually 20 years ago this year as well.
I love both of those movies. You know what? I love Euro Trip a little bit more.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel like I've been saying, like, I love these sorts of films, and I haven't been, like, qualifying them. Like, don't get me wrong. There are things that happen in that movie that if someone's like, hey, I don't want to watch that movie, that thing happens in that movie, I would say, okay, I understand. However, I still like those movies.
Yeah, no. I mean, there's you got to realize, like with comedy movies, especially like when they were made, when they came out in a certain place in time, that was the place in time that they came out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's also a movie with a couple folks that we've worked with a couple times now, Hellboy. Ron Perlman. That's a 20-year-old movie this year.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, look. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
My daughter's 15.
Yeah.
She's 15. Like, you remember when I mean, you were there the day she was born, right?
There the day she was born.
You were there. I mean, you were probably there the day I found out I was pregnant with her.
More than likely, yeah.
Were, more than likely.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And yet all of this media is older than her.
Yeah.
It's weird to think about, Sometimes when you have kids, it's hard to think about life before your children were born. You know what I mean? Like, because when they're young, it's hard for them to conceive that things happened before they were born.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it's hard for you to like remember what it was like. For instance, also turning 20 this year, both Dodgeball and Anchorman are turning 20 this year.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Did y'all ever see Secret Windows? Another one too. That's
the Johnny Depp one with John Turturro.
Yeah.
Oh, I did see that. Yeah.
Yeah. Ethan Suplee, we've worked with before. He was in The Butterfly Effect.
He sure was. Yeah, he was the roommate.
Saw is 20 years old this year as well.
Oh, that's crazy.
As well as The Machinist.
Man, I love The Machinist.
Yeah.
Hey,
and
look.
in the not so great column, Garfield the movie. This year. And I want to say this too, because it seems like a lot of people do like this movie. Again, another one turning 20 this year that I don't care for. The Polar Express does not do anything for me.
Do people like that?
I don't know, man.
No, they play it every Christmas like it's freaking Christmas Story, like it's a tradition or something.
They do.
And I'm like, the only reason you guys are tolerating that movie is because you feel like you have some loyalty to Tom Hanks.
Right. And look, I like Tom Hanks a lot. I like him as much as everyone else. But like when he does Santa Claus at the end, it just sounds like Tom Hanks doing a Santa Claus voice. It doesn't sound, you know what I mean? It's weird. But Brandon, you had a thought about the Polar Express?
See, I was under the impression that everybody was so freaked out about like how uncanny the animation and the designs were that nobody ever saw it again afterwards.
What's funny? Did you see the Rescuers movie or Chip and Dale movie that they made a couple years ago?
No, was that the one that it had like a bunch of references?
Yes. Okay. Let me tell you something. First off, it's way better than it has any right to be. It is.
Yeah.
But they even address it, and they were like, "Oh, we have to go to the Uncanny Valley for that."
Yeah.
They're like, "What's the Uncanny Valley?" And he's like, "Remember the early 2000s when they tried to make all that CGI that looked real, but it didn't look real?" And so, and they were like, pointing that out. So anyway, that was like a thing that they actually bring up in that movie. The Rescue Rangers movie.
It needs to be addressed.
Yeah, for sure. So I actually do recommend that movie. It's really funny. It's a lot of fun for a good watch. And there's just references on top of references there.
Mm-hmm.
So, but in the TV column, you may not be surprised about this one. Lost debuted.
I was just gonna say that.
Okay.
Because when Lola Mae was born, I sat in my living room with postpartum and watched every season of Lost.
Yeah.
In like 3 months.
That's what makes you do. I've heard it just makes you watch a lot of TV and stuff a lot of times. Just sit down and watch it all. But
see, I went to Disneyland in 2004, and at that time, man, they decked that park.
Yeah, you had mentioned that. Was that like an ABC show or something like that?
Yeah.
That's a Disney show. Yeah.
I loved Lost.
House also from 2004. Entourage was. Remember how big Entourage was? Big. Y'all remember how big Entourage was?
I do. And then I remember that there was a film that everybody hated.
Yeah, it's weird, right? They all turned on the property immediately.
Yeah.
Desperate Housewives, that was another big one. Deadwood, I really like Deadwood. It's only 2 seasons, but it was good. Veronica Mars.
Wasn't Keone in that?
What's that?
Wasn't Keone in Deadwood?
Oh, yeah, I think he was. Yeah. Ian McShane's who I remember the most from, because I like Ian McShane a lot. I don't know how many people will agree with me because they don't know who that is, but you do know he's the guy who runs the Continental in the John Wick movies.
Okay.
That guy.
And let's see, Stargate Atlantis is on here. Battlestar Galactica also.
No kidding.
2004, which was a show that I really enjoyed.
I feel like a total hack or like poser. I've never seen Battlestar Galactica.
Oh, you know what? I think you'd dig it. I think you'd like it.
You think so? I don't really like sci-fi.
It's.
I like some sci-fi, but
it gets real philosophical, like real fast. And it's I don't know. You do get pulled in. I think it's good.
That's the sort of sci-fi I like.
Let me retract something. Okay. I like Doctor Who.
Yeah. Okay.
That's sci-fi.
I mean, Battlestar Galactica is very different from Doctor Who.
Right. So I'm just saying that's that I don't like sci-fi.
But Doctor Who's just kind of like it's this over the top, funny, kind of philosophical, kind of emotional story, just with a sci-fi setting. It's kind of what Battlestar Galactica is this very deep story
there.
with in that setting. You know what I mean? So, just so you know. Also, Drake and Josh was 20 years old. I know none of us here probably watched that, but I think a lot of our listeners watched it because the folks out in the Humble fam are by and large between the ages of 18 and 45. So I think some of the 18 range folks would have been perhaps 18 to 25ish folks would have been watching Drake and Josh.
I will say that though that theme song is a humdinger. That I do enjoy that one.
I know I've heard it, and I know that people talk about it, but I couldn't tell you what it is off the top of my head.
One of our humble volunteers, Avery, once told me, he was like, "Hey, I don't know if I've ever told you this, but I used to walk out onto the football field to the theme song to Drake and Josh." I'm like, whoa.
I love him.
Well, here's the thing. I was like, whoa, wait, really? He said, no, I didn't do that, you boob. He didn't call me a boob.
Right.
But he was like, no, I didn't do that.
He's not the type to call you a name.
No, he's not.
Even in jest, he wouldn't do it. You know,
I can't wait to see Avery.
Very different. Yeah, I know.
We
miss Avery.
We call him Savory.
Savory. Yeah. What's funny, like you're talking about the trash talk, it reminded me of this thing that I might have texted y'all about this. So my daughter, she turns 7 on Saturday. Whenever this comes out, she will have just turned 7. And like a couple weeks ago, we were playing Mario Kart, and she's trash talking me about Mario Kart. And she says to me, "I'm gonna throw you in the trash can, you shit pants." And it was like, you know what? That was pretty good. I was actually
yeah.
It was like it stung a little bit, but also like it wasn't unnecessarily cruel. It was just solid trash talk. I couldn't say anything to her about it because it just worked.
Those childlike insults always cut deep, and they always make for a really good laugh. Like my favorite is, "Hey, get out of my space, toilet face."
Yeah,
that one's always one of my favorites.
Of course.
Also, calling someone a pee-pee head is usually pretty good.
A pee-pee head, okay. Yeah. Usually that one works pretty well, I think. You know, if you really want to get to the core of just who someone is and how they're going to react, that's what you say.
Yeah.
There's in the movie Teen Wolf, the comic relief best friend guy. I can't remember his name, but he had a shirt that said, "What are you looking at, dick nose?"
Oh yeah. I do remember that.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Teen Wolf in a while. I've got a list of movies that like it's like whenever my daughter turns like this age, we're gonna watch this, and when she turns this age, she's gonna watch that. I need to put Teen Wolf somewhere on the list there as well.
She can watch Teen Wolf now.
Yeah, maybe so. Look, I showed her Monster Squad.
Yeah.
I talked to Andre Gower about this, who is the lead in Monster Squad. And I was like, yeah, I showed her that when she was 5, because I was like, I was probably 5 when I watched this movie.
Yeah.
And I'm watching, I'm like, well, there's a bunch of terms I didn't think I'd be explaining to a 5-year-old today.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
A PG got you far back in the day.
Yeah, it really did. It was a different time. We were all different people.
I watched that documentary.
Oh, I need to watch it. I know.
It's so good. I cried I cried the whole way through it. It was so good.
Did he mention the actor who got totally cut from the movie in the documentary?
Yeah.
Did he talk about that? That's
I think so.
Did he tell you about that?
I can't remember who it was, but
oh, I know who it was. He said that there's this whole sequence where they're looking for the amulet that Dracula had to try and get that, and they meet some guy and at this house, and he's like, "Oh, I'm a descendant of Van Helsing, and like, maybe we can help each other out." And they're like walking through this house, and then at some point in time, they pass by a mirror and they notice that he doesn't have a reflection, and so like, oh no, it's a vampire. And they said that like basically they just kept ripping out pages from the script and ripping out pages and ripping out pages until finally this scene just didn't exist anymore. Like it wasn't like it got cut in editing, it just never happened. But they hired an actor who waited on set for 2 days for them to film this movie. I mean, for them to film the scene, and they never filmed it. And that actor was Liam Neeson.
Whoa!
Yeah.
I thought you were about to say like Arsenio Hall.
No,
no.
Well, well, the thing is, Arsenio Hall would have been a big get at that point in time.
Yeah, that's
Liam
true.
Neeson, not as much. I guess, I don't know. When did Darkman come out?
Like 90 or 91, maybe?
1990, yeah. So Darkman would have come out like right after, like a couple years after. Yeah, like 3 years after Monster Squad, Darkman came out. So like he wasn't quite, Liam Neeson yet. Yeah. And then again, Darkman really didn't make him Liam Neeson, I mean, when you think about it. But, at least it got him, it was a leading role, and they made a couple of them, so, By the way, if you haven't seen Darkman, y'all check that movie out. That's a good one.
I need to see it because that was oh shoot, I'm forgetting his name, but it's directed by the same guy who did Evil Dead, right?
Yes, yeah. Sam Raimi.
I wanted to say Sam Elliott, and I knew that was wrong.
It's not one that gets brought up a lot, because people do talk about like Spider-Man and Evil Dead.
Drag me to hell.
Yeah, Drag.
No, look.
They might even bring up Drag Me to Hell before they bring up Darkman, but I liked it when I was a kid, and
Yeah.
Look, I don't like bringing up Spider-Man and Sam Raimi in the same breath. Let me tell you why.
It's very
and I'm probably being a jerk about it, but I quit I used to collect Fangoria and Rue Morgue and any sort of horror magazine that came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah.
Of all people.
I'm kidding.
Oh, you're being
I'm
funny.
being facetious. Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah. Like all through, like, and like I'd have to, when I was in seminary, I was still doing it. And like I'd have to like do it on the sly, like go, that was before I could afford like I couldn't just like mail them a check. I had to go to Books A Million to get these magazines.
Yeah.
So, I'd go to Books A Million and pick up my copy of Fangoria, while I was in Bible school, and then, read it under the covers with a flashlight, so the Lord wouldn't see.
Of course.
So anyway, I quit like buying Fangoria when they put Spider-Man on the cover. I was like, man, this is bullshit. The only reason that he's on there is because Sam Raimi directed Evil Dead.
Yeah, Sam Raimi had the street cred. That's why.
Yeah. I know that it's probably wrong of me, but I sure did. I quit buying Fangoria.
Yeah. There's one Sam Raimi-ish scene in Spider-Man 2. If you haven't seen it.
Oh, I've seen it.
But there's that scene where Doc Ock is like laying face down on the operating table, and they're trying to separate the arms, the mechanical arms from him, and then the arms come to life and they start throwing everyone around. It's a very Sam Raimi. That's like the most Sam Raimi scene. And then
I liked Spider-Man. I liked it, but it wasn't, it wasn't horror. So
he did direct that Doctor Strange movie, in the Multiverse of Madness, and that is actually more of a Sam Raimi movie. And what's crazy is a lot of people didn't like it, and I was like, oh yeah, because you don't know who Sam, like you don't know his style.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's funny.
I distinctly recall that there being a few very, very like Sam Raimi like fast zoom in shots.
Some of those shots
in the first film. But let me tell you the one thing I don't like Spider-Man about. Like the first Spider-Man movie just paved the way. I'm not gonna mince words here. Just the most butt-ass rock soundtracks
they didn't even apologize for that shit either. It was just like, hey, let's put Macy Gray and what's the name of that band? Nickelback.
Yeah, Chad Crow. It wasn't even
Nickelback. It was just him by himself. It was like a solo.
Oh, it wasn't Nickelback. Well, I mean, whatever.
It was the singer of Nickelback.
And let me tell you something. There's something very disappointing about that song. Do you know who drums on that song?
Who?
Matt Cameron of Soundgarden and Pearl Jam fame.
I don't know.
Like they got him to be in the butt rock fold.
Yeah.
I'm sure that paycheck was killer though.
I was gonna say a payday's a payday. I mean, I
feel like we just lost the 3 subscribers that we have for trashing it.
We have just under 300 YouTube subscribers. By the way, if you're listening, you're not subscribed, please hit subscribe.
What?
Hey, yeah.
For showing up every week, we really do appreciate.
They're all leaving because of me. They're like, I can't believe that.
You say this every week whenever we hit stop on the recording. By the way. But it's not true. Y'all, here's the thing. We're getting the signal to wrap up. Our producer is giving me the signal. And I have a trivia game for us here.
All right, let's do it.
It is a music game because we were going to have a music-related guest this week. It didn't work out. We're going to work on getting them back on the show, though. So don't worry. Yeah. It is going to happen, but things happen. It happens. So we're going to play Name That Band. And I know we've played this game before. And it's been a little minute, so I'll go over what it is. I've got some bands here, and I've got like a genre of music that they play. I've got the year that their debut album came out, and then the number of members listed on their Wikipedia page. And then y'all have to tell me how few of those names you think you might need in order to name the band, and the lowest bidder will get to go first.
Yeah.
And if you miss, then we'll give the next person an extra name, and then they get to go. And so on and so forth.
I'm so bad at this.
I know the thing is that Brandon might be a little too good at this, but we're going to find out because we got something interesting, I think, here that I think will make it work for us. So, let's see. The first one here is an alternative rock / pop rock band that released their debut album in 1996. So, nearly 30 years ago. Wikipedia, and to clarify too, I leave out touring members. I'm only counting full members that were jumped in or whatever.
Yeah.
5 members here. I have 5 members. How few of those do you think you might need, Moonbeam, to name the band?
4.
4? Brandon, do you think you can do this in less than 4?
You know what? Just to say I can, I'm gonna go with 3.
You're gonna go 3? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
If you miss, then we will give Moonbeam an extra name, and then we'll go. So, all right.
Yeah.
All right. Here are your 3, Brandon. Adam Gaynor, Paul Doucette, and Kyle Cook.
Smash Mouth.
It is not Smash Mouth.
Dang it.
Moonbeam, Adam Gaynor, Paul Doucette, Kyle Cook, and Brian Yale. Again, this is an alternative rock / pop rock band. Their debut album came out in 1996.
Filter.
Ooh, I like the guess. It's not correct, but I like the guess. And I'm really sorry, Moonbeam, because the last name is going to give it away. Brandon, Adam Gaynor, Paul Doucette, Kyle Cook, Brian Yale, and Rob Thomas.
Oh, that's going to be Matchbox 20.
It is Matchbox 20, yeah.
Of course it's Matchbox 20. I should have said 5.
All right.
I would have known that.
Gotten it on Rob Thomas. Yeah.
I know exactly who Rob Thomas
is. I know who that is. That's Santana. No. They did that one song. All right. So look, we're going to do another one. It's okay. This is a hip hop group that released their debut album in 1986. A lot of members have come and gone in a live music kind of capacity here, but Wikipedia has a core group of 4 people that are like the most known one. Brandon, how few of those names do you think you need to name this hip hop group that released their debut album in 1986?
3.
Brandon says 3. Moonbeam, do you think you can do it in less than 3?
Leon, let me do it in 2.
You want to try 2? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Here's your 2 members. The first one is just named Luke, sometimes referred to as Uncle Luke.
Uncle Luke.
And Brother Marcus.
You know, my car's name is Uncle Luke.
Is it really?
I want to rock.
Oh.
But I still can't tell you who it is.
The group, yeah.
It's 86.
86.
You know, Greg would know it.
Yeah, he would.
I don't know.
All right. Brandon, Uncle Luke, Brother Marcus, and Fresh Kid Ice.
I know the name of the band, and I know that they're, and I probably shouldn't say this because it's going to give it away to Moonbeam, but I know that their big album was As Nasty as They Want to Be.
I know it.
Wait, can you come up with the name, or are you saying you know it, but you can't think of it right now?
Give me 1 second.
I know it.
He's
I know
searching
it.
for it.
But Moonbeam, what is it?
2 Live Crew.
It is 2 Live Crew, yes. Yeah, Mr.
I
Mix.
can't believe I didn't know that.
I kind of thought you might get it. All right, 1-1 here. All right.
No, Brandon, I'm sorry. I know you knew that.
No, I didn't.
This next one is a punk rock / alternative rock band that released their debut album in 2002. Wikipedia lists 10 members that have come and gone in that 22-year span. Moonbeam, how many do you think you might need?
Did you say it was a punk rock band?
Yeah, a punk rock
alternative rock. Yeah.
In 2002?
2002.
Yeah. That one's going to be hard.
I know.
Yeah, man. I guess I'll need all 10.
All right, Brandon, how many do you think you could do?
You know what? I'll try 8.
Try 8? Okay. Here are your names. Ready? Inga Johansson. Now, this is people who could have been in the band previously or are in now. Okay. Inga Johansson, Adam Willard, Jay Weinberg, Andrew Seward, George Rebello, Warren Oakes, Dustin Friedkin, and Kevin Mahone.
So I know Adam Willard. He's a drummer. I don't know him personally, but oh shoot.
And I jumped them up too. So some of these are former and some of these are current. Well, yeah, I guess anyway.
Yeah. Man, Adam Willard has drummed for a lot of folks, and he's currently, I think, in Alkaline Trio.
Yeah, that's the thing is he's been around. Yeah, around the horn.
Yeah. Shoot. I'm not sure.
All right, Moonbeam. I'm going to add on James Bowman.
...2002.
2002
are you
was
sure?
the debut
Are
album.
you sure? Like, is it really a punk band, or is it like a?
I don't know drums for like punk bands exclusively.
Like, are they popular?
Yeah, I'll say this. Okay, look. I guess can I clarify something for y'all here? No, I guess that was like their debut album. They were around before then, but as far as like we're talking about studio albums, it would have been.
Oh, I think I know it.
Would have been 2002. See what I'm saying?
Is it Against Me?
It is Against Me. Yes, that is correct.
Yeah.
Good job, Brandon. I wouldn't have gotten that if I had the rest of
That's
my life.
That's the thing too, because like a lot of times debut album can be deceptive because a lot of bands are around for a while before they do.
And like they're. So like that was Reinventing Axl Rose in 2002, right?
Yes, that was the one.
Yeah, so like they had their notable demo releases prior to that, but yeah, that was their first studio album.
Yeah, and I wouldn't. Yeah, and that's the thing. I wouldn't count a demo as being like an album. Yeah. So anyway.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna do another one here. Brandon, we'll start the bidding choice with you here. This is a pop punk / alternative rock band that debuted or released their debut album in 1999. 6 members is how many are listed on Wikipedia.
Okay, I will go with 3.
3. All right, Moonbeam. Do you think you can do less than 3?
Yeah, I'll go with 2 just to take a guess.
Just to try it?
Yeah.
Okay. Pop punk alternative rock band debut album 99, 6 members. Your 2 you're guessing are Kevin Scaff and Cyrus Baluki. Real name. Promise.
Oh God.
Yeah. Too many choices is the problem.
Yeah, man. Like, as far as like pop punk, I don't really know a ton of that.
Yeah.
I don't really know a ton of that.
It's okay. All right. Are you passing? You're gonna throw one out there. Just throw one out. Just throw a name.
Motion City Soundtrack.
Oh yeah, I like where you went with that. It's not right, but I do like it. All right, Brandon, I'm gonna throw on Dan O'Connor. Is the next name I'm going to give you.
You said that the debut was when?
99. Oh.
Dan O'Connor.
Yeah.
Pop punk band, 99. Yeah, I'm not sure.
All right. Moonbeam, let me add on a Chad Gilbert, Chad Gilbert to the list. So we got Kevin Scaff, Cyrus Baluki, Dan O'Connor, Chad Gilbert.
That name sounds familiar.
I feel like we've got Dan Connor and Sarah Gilbert, and I just keep thinking about the show Roseanne.
And you have them, yeah. Yeah. And then they formed a ska band. Yeah, I was like, no, I'm kidding.
Man, I don't know.
All right,
I don't know. That's not my area.
I'm throwing the name Ian Grushka for you.
So they're not really a pop punk band, but for whatever reason, this band's coming to my head. Rise Against.
Oh, it's not Rise Against, but
okay,
that would have been probably somewhere in that ballpark. Yeah.
99. Shoot. But then you gave all the names.
I've got one left. I haven't given.
Hey, Greg, come here real quick.
Bowling with Soup.
Oh. No, it's not. It's not, but I like that guess as well. That's a good one. Okay. I'm going to add on one for Moonbeam here.
Can I do one more guess?
Yeah.
I guess.
What?
A Newfound Glory.
What's that?
A Newfound Glory.
It is Newfound Glory, yes.
Good job, Brandon.
One, so I'm not going to count it officially, but so still 2 to 1.
I was gonna get you to guess. Greg would have known that.
All right, Moonbeam, I'm gonna give you the first one on this one here, and then I don't know what I'm gonna. Actually, I'm gonna pull up another one.
Hey, what band was Uncle Luke in?
Yeah, look, you knew it. You knew he was gonna get it right off the bat.
Actually, he wasn't called.
Oh, be careful. We might need to do a real quick one.
It was just Luke. Yeah, we're pretty close. That's okay. We're gonna be all right.
Hey, wait.
Okay, tell you what, we're gonna try this last one here. And we're gonna see, who gets it and whatever. We're just playing for fun here. Moonbeam,
can Greg
guess? First, it's a pop / R&B band that released their debut album in 1996. Wikipedia lists 5 members.
Okay. I'll do 3.
3? Okay. Brandon, can you do that in less than 3?
I cannot.
R&B 96. You can't? Okay.
R&B in 96.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, here's your 3. Brian Littrell, Kevin Richardson, and Howie Dorough.
All for One.
Oh, it's not All for One.
Oh, that's too bad.
All right, Brandon, this one's going to give it away. Brian Littrell, Kevin Richardson, Howie Dorough, and Nick Carter.
That's going to be Backstreet Boys.
That is the Backstreet Boys, yes.
Yeah.
Cementing the win here. So what I did there, all of those bands were formed in / are based out of Florida. And since we're going to Pensacola at the end of the month, I figured we'd do some Florida bands there.
That makes sense. Yeah. Fantastic. Yeah.
A lot of pop punk and alternative rock coming out of Florida.
A lot of bands came out of Bradenton, Florida. No Limp Bizkit, no no Yellow Card.
Yeah, no, I almost did Yellow Card, but there were like 10 members that came and went from Yellow Card.
From Jacksonville.
And I already had like one big one, with Against Me in there.
Did you ever see Yellow Card play live?
I don't think I ever did.
Oh my God.
The drummer for Yellow Card, Longino, just joined Evergreen Terrace.
Did you all know that?
No. Okay, well, I do think it is safe to say that Brandon did take that one. So,
Brandon always kicks my butt at those.
That's all right. Look,
he's so smart.
Well, listen, y'all. Here's the deal, everybody. Humble fam, thanks for coming out this week. We really appreciate it. We have a good time every single week, and we're going to see you all at Pensacon. We're going to see you out there at Louisiana Comic-Con, and we're going to see you back here next week for another episode of The Humble Show. Make sure you hit subscribe. Make sure you're following us on the socials out there. Make sure you say hi to us wherever you might see us, either in person or online. And
light hugs, fist bumps.
That's right. So can't wait to be back here next week for another episode of The Humble Show. But y'all, until then, stay humble.